It was supposed to be a fresh start. After a messy divorce and the sudden death of her mother, Claire Reynolds, 32, moved to a quiet town called Black Hollow to escape the noise of her past. The town was small, tucked away in the woods, and the kind of place where everyone knew each other. She rented a century-old house by a dried-up creek. The locals called it Hollow Creek House. The property was old but charming, creaky floorboards, ivy-covered walls, and a long hallway that stretched into darkness even during the day. It had been vacant for over 30 years. Claire didn't ask why. She just wanted peace. The first few days were uneventful. She spent time painting the walls, unpacking books, and taking long walks into the forest. But then the dreams started. Every night she dreamed of a woman in white standing at the foot of her bed, whispering, "He's still here." Claire would wake up drenched in sweat, heart pounding, convinced she wasn't alone. She tried to rationalize it. Trauma. Stress. But every night the dream returned, and the whisper grew louder. Then things in the house began to change. Objects moved, lights flickered. The mirror in the upstairs bathroom began fogging up with words she hadn't written. First it was her name, then came sentences. "Help me. Don't trust him. The walls remember." Claire began researching the house, but records were scarce. The only thing she discovered was a faded newspaper clipping from 1986 about a family that vanished inside the house. A man, his wife, and their 7-year-old daughter. No bodies, no explanation. She returned to the house disturbed, but determined. That night, while going through the attic, she found something odd. A trapdoor beneath a pile of old trunks. It led to a hidden basement, one not on the floor plan. Dusty, dark, and cold. At the center of the room was a rocking chair, gently moving, though there was no draft. The walls were covered in drawings, childlike, scribbled with charcoal and something red. A stick figure family, 3 people. Then one of them crossed out. Suddenly she heard it. Footsteps behind her, a child's voice laughing. When she turned around, nothing was there, except a faint handprint on her leg, like a child had touched her. Claire ran back upstairs, locking the trapdoor behind her. But something had followed her. Over the next week, she felt watched. The smell of iron filled the rooms. Shadows flickered in corners, and every clock in the house stopped at exactly 3:33 a.m., the exact time she always woke up. One morning, her bedroom was covered in muddy footprints, small ones, too small to be hers. She confronted a local historian who hesitated before speaking. They say the man who lived there, Benjamin Carter, was a preacher. Quiet, reclusive. But some believed he was involved in something darker. Rituals, sacrifices. When his family disappeared, no one looked too hard. People were afraid. Claire returned home and decided to leave the next day. She packed quickly, heart racing, nerves shot. But as she was about to step out the door, she heard it. A voice, her mother's voice. "Claire, don't leave me again." It was coming from the basement. Against her better judgment, she opened the trapdoor one final time. She descended the wooden stairs, flashlight trembling in her hand. The basement was colder than before. The air was thick. At the far end of the room, a figure stood in the dark, tall, featureless, like a shadow come alive. "You shouldn't have come here," it rasped. The lights flickered and went out. When they found the house weeks later, Claire was gone. But the house was different. Every mirror in the home was shattered from the inside. The attic had been nailed shut. And in the basement, there was a new drawing on the wall. A stick figure family, now with 4 members.